To some, horseback riding is a sport, a hobby, their jobs. Those who practice horseback riding as a sport will train for months to get 3 minutes in front of a crowd and show their abilities. Those who practice it as a hobby enjoy the rush of adrenaline coursing through their veins. Those whose jobs depend on it can be happy to have a faithful companion always by their side. But to some others, it's an opportunity to feel what we take for granted. It's a life-changing connection. Therapeutic Horseback Riding is a program dedicated to the rehabilitation of individuals with special needs. This can be divided into 3 main areas: hypotherapy, therapeutic riding, and Paralympics.
La equinoterapia se divide en 3: hipoterapia, monta terapéutica y deporte para discapacitados. La hipoterapia es cuando montas a un paciente en el mismo caballo con el equinoterapeuta detrás, se llama monta gemela.
As its name suggests, this is a therapy, not a cure. It's part of a treatment, not a sport. Horses are in charge of the therapy, principally used in patients who are mentally or physically handicapped. It's based on the transmission of heat to relax the muscles, and the horse has unique movements which are very similar to those of humans.
El caballo produce los mismos impulsos de una persona como si estuviera caminando. Entonces las personas que están físicamente impedidas, que son cuadraplégicas, parapléjicas, todas esas personas, esos pacientes, van a recibir montando a caballo lo mismo como si estuvieran caminando, cuando trotan lo mismo como si estuvieran trotando y cuando galopan lo mismo como si estuvieran corriendo, galopando. Entonces es increíble porque entonces empiezan a activarse toda la cadena muscular y los huesos que nunca habían funcionado en un paciente.
Individuals with any kind of motor dysfunction of neurologic, traumatic, or degenerative origins can be benefited from therapeutic horseback riding.
Todo aquí en equinoterapia se basa solo por la evidencia. Entonces es lo que tú haces una valoración de cómo llega tu usuario, dependiendo de la patología, llega el usuario, tú lo valoras, haces la sesión terapéutica con objetivos que te planteas y vas valorando, vas mirando los avances.
There are also traditional talk therapy cases in which patients are no longer improving, and so they are recommended for equine-assisted therapy with which they show more progress. All sorts of people with psychological problems as well as drug and alcohol addictions can benefit from this. Through horses, people can learn to create human contact, may become more sociable, and their self-esteem will improve. Also, therapeutic foster care is sometimes treated with horses. These are children who have been abused and abandoned and therefore struggle with trusting others and forming relationships. Through this kind of therapy, patients have the opportunity to explore their feelings, behaviors, and emotions.
Los cambios que se ven en varios en equilibrio, en postura, en habilidades también ya digamos de manejar, como lo ves en la niña, ya no solamente ya se mantiene y esto, sino que puede ya lograr hacer otras actividades mientras va sobre el caballo.
Therapeutic riding happens when the patient becomes dependent and no longer needs a helper to hold them on top of the horse. Some people will never manage this because of their conditions, but for those who do, it's a feeling of freedom and will allow their therapies to have a wider variety of exercises. When they are able to ride on their own, it means they have acquired more balance and strengthened their muscles. Para-equestrianism is the next step, continuing an activity that is originally considered as a way of rehabilitation and recreation. Paralympics are the ultimate goal for every rider. This is the point at which their therapy becomes a sport. Equestrian events became a part of the Paralympics program in 1984, quickly spreading around the world, receiving athletes from over 40 countries on a regular basis. All riders are classified into 5 grades, determining the complexity of the movements they can each perform. Grade LA is for those whose impairment had the greatest impact on their ability to ride. Grade 4 is for riders whose impairment has the least impact on their ability to ride. Thanks to these grades, every rider will be judged on their skills regardless of their disabilities. The next Paralympic Games will be starting in August this year in London at the Greenwich Park. Did you know that visually impaired riders are permitted to use collars to help them navigate through the arena? Therapeutic horseback riding is not a single activity, it's different ways of using a horse, all with the same purpose of helping individuals with special needs regardless of their age and gender. Although most people can be benefited from it, there are a few who for a variety of reasons won't have the chance to practice it. Horses are living things and may become scared sometimes, exposing the patient to some danger. To some others, the movement of the horse may bring unwanted results, but generally there is no other therapy that can be compared to this, and the result it has on every patient.